Hi everybody, it's Russ and my Amers 11. Hope you're all safe and well. New to the channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell icon so you may know of any time I put new content on. As always, we'd like to thank our channel sponsors, Untuck It. Check them out in the description below. We got a good guest today. We got a good one today. It's taken a while. We've got him on. We've got the Ribman. It's Mark. How you doing, Ribman? How you doing, Mark?
I'm very well, thank you, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. A lot better after yesterday. After the Villa game, a lot better, thank you.
Yeah.
Where's that team come from?
I don't know, but it's about time, VAR was on our side, no? I think.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's nice for a change.
It was lovely, actually, But funny enough, that at the time I thought, no, we'll get that. It's offside.
Yeah.
And we got it.
I said, I called it. As soon as we went, I went, it's not a goal, it's offside. And they went, really? I went, yeah, it's been VAR. And then it was like, yeah. And it was great. And then apparently it all kicked off in the tunnel as well.
It was. It made a change for us, Not to be devastated at the end,
Yeah. But it's something about that goal as well, because obviously that was the goal that Lookman buggered up the penalty for Fulham as well. So it's like our lucky goal, that is. So as long as we have full penalties there, we're all right. But we rode our luck. But again, it's like the luck in it. It's like we never get luck, do we? It's always we're unlucky West Ham. So, to be fair, Villa should have scored 2 or 3 before half time, but they didn't, and we're 5th. I'll take that.
As Trump, actually, I mean, I've been one of the worst critics of Moyes since he came, first time and second time. But results, speak for themselves, don't they? So
they do.
What are you going to do?
Exactly.
You got to back him all the way now.
Yeah, you got to.
So
definitely.
Until things change, which they might, and they might not.
They might do, yeah. And unfortunately, that's the way football is, isn't it? You back them until it changes.
Hopefully they keep on improving.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it was.
To see that,
It was proper ballsy, weren't it? Proper ballsy of him at half time to change it all up and bring on Barami and bring on Haller at half time. That was proper. That was not very David Moyes-esque, was it? So.
Well, that's like one of the things that kind of always has got me about David Moyes is the fact that you never understand his substitutions, and they're always far too late. It's normally 5 minutes before the end. It's like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? And yet, I mean, if he gets that side of his management sorted out, maybe I'll be even more behind him. Yeah, it was bold of him to change it right up at half time, and I didn't think he would do that. So fair play to the man.
Yeah, and it just gives us, that's what I like about it now. It just gives us something, like to, we've got Man United on Saturday, and it just, Ollie thinks, it's not going to be 3 at the back, it could be 4 at the back, and it could be, it's a little bit of mind games now. So, and obviously, hopefully, 2,000 fans back in the ground on Saturday. That would be nice. It's a start, isn't it? It's a start, I suppose.
How do you find out about the tickets, mate?
I know. It's like isn't it Thursday? I think apparently Thursday for Saturday now. It's like, I think it's Thursday.
Saying, I had an email asking me if I wanted to opt out. I went, really? I don't know. No. So if it's Thursday. I don't know. But 2,000 fans, I don't know how that's going to work.
No, I don't know.
They're trying to say that if you're a family, like I've got 2 boys, I've got my 2 kids. So if I was to get picked, then what happens? And they're saying that you go as a group, but really, how does that work?
I don't know because it's like you can't. I don't know because you've got to be like 3 of you, and then you'll imagine then there's 2 meters before the next group, or I don't know. I don't know how it works, Mark. I'm sure.
Atmosphere-wise, it's going to be horrendous, no?
It is. It's going to be. It's going to be weird, and it's going to be just.
Even the under-18 games at Upton Park, when there was, a few hundred people there.
Yeah.
The atmosphere was awesome. But it won't be like that in the Olympic Stadium. No. It won't be like that. So 2,000 people there, they will get swallowed up so badly.
It's true. And with those 18 games, or even the under 23 games at London Stadium, they're all family and friends of the players, isn't it? So there's always some encouragement. It's like they have this sort of personal connection with the players rather than us turning up and watching, Haller not running about or whatever. And so we'll see, man. It's a start, though, isn't it? It's a start. I think you got.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's what I used to love that. I mean, I used to love that about the under 18s and the under 23s. I mean, the under 23s used to be more of under 23s as opposed to like your second or your B team. No?
Yeah.
That's what it is now, really. And I used to love that. I used to see the guys coming through the academy, and that was always for me a big part of West Ham. It was the academy. It was we grew players, and that's what. And that's my 11 that I picked for you tonight. That was when you told me to give a theme. All of my 11, all academy players, all came through the academy.
Brilliant.
So,
all right, we'll come to that. There we go. That's good. That's a little teaser.
We were a great academy at one time.
We were, and to be honest, we were. And I think, to be fair, you look at. I don't know. There was a period where it didn't, where it was more. I mean, you look at when we played Hull and we played Charlton this season, and we had lots of the boys like that boy Ashby, who I quite like. I think he's a great player, and Johnson, and we've got some boys there. But it's the next step, isn't it? It's the step where maybe the Joe Coles and the Rios of this world, they were already earmarked for first team football. Now, unfortunately, the modern game, innit, they'll buy a Czech fullback in rather than play Ben Johnson there, and it's working at the moment. And that's the trouble. So it's difficult. And also, when you've got a manager who's not on he's got 12 months left of his contract or something like that. He wants to obviously win, doesn't he? So it's not necessarily about blooding the players in. It's about getting results, isn't it? Yeah, he does. He does.
Got a serious point to prove.
So
I mean, he's got to win a lot of people over, I think. I mean, he's. I mean, like I say, I was one of his biggest critics at the beginning, but first and second time. But at the end of the day, you've got to hold your hands up and say, listen, at the moment, he's proven me wrong, and may he continue to do so.
Yeah.
I would love to be proved wrong so badly, and we win a league, we win a cup, we win something. I don't care. I'll be wrong all day long, but as long as we win.
Exactly.
That's what I want to see. Is West Ham is win and be that team again. The team. It's been too many years now, in my opinion, where we've been the team where we might even be 2-0 up, but you think, oh, we're gonna lose this. And in the end, it's like, we lost that. You know what I mean? We talk about doing a Spursy, but what about doing a West Ham? So that's why it's been kind of nice lately. We seem to be a bit stronger at the back. We seem to have a bit more about us. Which I never thought I'd see from a Moyes team.
No, it's true.
And that's it.
It's true.
I'm honest. But we're
seeing
true. So fair play.
Yeah, it's nice. It is nice. And I think, like yesterday, when there was talk. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a long time, isn't it? It's been a long time. I mean, you've had the Fulham game where we
with a few games with Bilic, when we smashed Tottenham, we smashed Chelsea, we smashed Liverpool, and it felt like we was unstoppable. It was like, wow, but that didn't last. It's like,
it never does it?
We go back to
it's
West Ham, do we? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's just been West Ham, but it's like the last three games now. So you got Fulham, Sheffield United, and Villa. I mean, on paper, before they started, if we got knowing us, we thought we'd probably lose all three of them because we're West Ham. But we've won all three. We haven't really played lovely football. We've played quite ugly, but we've won, and that doesn't happen at West Ham very often.
Last night was quite a good example. We weren't playing great football last night. No. We didn't deserve to lose for sure. But if we'd have got a draw out of that, no one would have said nothing.
No.
But we did, and we won, and we got 3 points, and we're up to 5th. So things are looking up, right? Surely, unless we do a proper West Ham and Man United get spanked. But I actually fancy us against Man U.
I do. I do. No, I don't.
A lot of weakness in that team, man.
They do, and I think
I think Moyes has got something to prove against them as well.
And I think honestly, that's a reason why he went. I know he went ballsy yesterday, but I mean the second half. But that changed my opinion of that West Ham team, because you've got two options now. You've got the three at the back with Antonio up front on his own, or you've got that sort of three up front now with the four at the back with Haller, and the three with Haller, Barami, and Bowen. And I tell you what, I fancy Antonio against Maguire and Lindelof on Saturday. I tell you, he wasn't Mings and the other guy, Zora. They're good. They're good defenders. Yesterday, they're quite athletic. But him versus like Antonio running at Maguire on Saturday. Whew, he ain't got a chance, has he, Harry? Ain't got a chance.
I think if he starts Ale on Saturday, I think Ale will have a great game. I just got a feeling because I mean, I love Antonio. I do. I love him. Always have done. You know, he's a beast. But was it right to bring him straight back in as soon as he got kind of fit after his injury?
Nah,
especially after Ale had he didn't have a bad game.
No.
I don't think so.
No, not at all.
And yet he got dropped straight away for Antonio. Yeah. I think that was a bit unfair on Ale. You know, for me personally, I would have left Antonio on a bench, even if it was only until 50 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever. But at least giving Ale that chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, Ale he's a great player.
He's a good player. Yeah.
Service. He hasn't had any service. The one thing I don't like about him, he seems to be lazy. When I don't like any player who just watches the ball and just won't run for it. When I see that, I think he's lazy fucker, man. You know, I really want to get on the pitch and shake him.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Run after the ball. You know.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for, isn't it? Surely.
Yeah.
And I don't like that about his play. But if he was to get a lot more service, then I think we'd see a lot more of what he should be. You know.
Looked a different play yesterday when he came on with Barama and and Bowen as a three. It's just option, and that's how he's played before in the
Bowen's
three.
Really impressed me, you know.
Yeah, I like him.
Bowen's really impressed me.
Yeah.
He kind of like when he first came to West Ham, I was really unsure, to be fair.
Sure.
I'm really unsure, but he's almost like a pure West Ham player.
I know what you mean.
What I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like he's got West Ham blood in him. You know, I get that feeling from him, and I love him. I love him. Yeah, I love him. So
good player.
I love Bowen. I think he's going to do really well.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and I think I think with him just little bit more experience, and I think a little bit more experience of him, and I think
he's getting it, isn't he? I mean,
he's getting it. Yeah, you can tell.
Step up. That's what I was unsure about. I didn't think he'd make that step up.
Yeah,
but he's making it, and like you say, a little bit more experience, and I think he'll get there. You know, so
yeah, definitely. No, it's all good. It's encouraging. It's like you can see things being. You can see. I've said it before on the channel, but when people talk about a project, I joined this club because the manager told me about the project. With Moyes at the moment, the way he's building his backroom staff and the players he's bringing in, you can see he's trying to build something. Do you know what I mean? There seems to be a plan, and I haven't remembered.
He's probably building something where the owner's going to have to turn around and say, "You've got to keep it."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's not silly.
Even whatever. But I think at the moment he's like definitely surpassing all of my expectations of him already this season. I mean, whatever it is, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't go back to the stadium. Maybe we should leave him just to do what he's doing.
Well, who knows? I don't know. It's the thing, but and then walking away from West Ham at the moment. Obviously, we know the world's been a shit place for the last 10 months or whatever. How have you been, mate, with business and stuff? Obviously, the market's shut and stuff. But
to be totally honest, I mean, right at the beginning, it was like kind of scary. I mean,
sure.
I shut down before. I pulled out of West Ham before they shut down. I pulled away from Brick Lane before they shut down because I saw it coming. As in, my wife's Spanish. We saw what was happening in Spain. We saw it in Italy. So I was kind of like, what? Whoa, no. So I shut it all down straight away. And then obviously a few weeks later, lockdown hit. All the restaurants shut. Everything shut. So overnight, more or less, I lost everything in that respect.
Yeah.
I didn't have any markets. All of the restaurants that I was supplying with meat and sauce, no, all gone. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But luckily, I mean, I've got quite a good online presence with my source anyway. So, and Twitter. So, you know, people kind of, the support was, it
mental.
blew me
It's
away.
yeah.
It blew me away. The support from the people was up, you know, wow, absolutely wow. I mean, it kind of went from like, wow, I might actually lose everything one day, to actually like switching it on online, meat as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that first night.
Oh, mental.
Dude, I put 300 kilos of meat up. It sold in 3 minutes.
It's crazy. It was crazy.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
That's
like,
mental.
Oh my god! So no, we smashed it online. I mean, absolutely smashed it, and obviously it was never going to, you know, keep at that level.
Yeah.
And it didn't. You know, it slowed right down again. But my sources just kept going and going and going and going, and they're still going. You know, they're going worldwide. You know, we're getting America delivery like within 48 hours.
That's mental.
Germany next day. I'm sending meat to Germany next day, man.
That's brilliant, man.
So yeah, I mean, the good things come from the bad. You know, you look at what you're doing, and you have to adjust. I mean, that's all I've ever done in all my life is like adapt and to overcome.
Yeah.
You know, whatever shit gets thrown at you, you just got to get on with it, man. You know, whatever you got to do. So that was basically it. It was like, you know, you lie down and die, or you fight. And I've always been a fighter.
Yeah, of course. And it is, and he said,
I don't know when to, you know, stay down. I always keep getting up.
That ain't a bad thing, Mark. But he's right. It's about diversifying, isn't it? And as you said, the online stuff. I mean, it's great. You know, I love it. As I said, it's you know, the sources as well. It's like I've everywhere. my wife, she doesn't hate you, but I put stuff. Everything's got fucking sauce in everything now. Pizzas. I'm gonna put some buffalo on that. That's beautiful. She's like,
even tasted the food,
yeah, exactly.
I get it all the time. I used to get it all the time. My wife's Spanish, so she'll spend she might have spent 4 hours in the kitchen, put my dinner in front of me, fucking sauce all over it, and she'll look at me. Seriously, you haven't even tasted it, man.
Oh yeah, it's a chef thing, isn't it? It's a chef
but now she cooks with it, so you know.
Yeah, no, I do now. So much better. Yeah, no, it's funny, isn't it? It's funny how you change and taste buds change as well. And yeah, I mean the sauce stuff, it's mental how it, as you said on Twitter and all the American stuff's the stuff that really impresses me, man. Like as you said, 48 hours, it's crazy. That's crazy, isn't it? Mental. But it's all good.
It is. I mean, I think I'm in 92% of the states. I'm not sure of the percentage, but I need about 4 or 5 more states to actually have sent sauce to every single state in the US.
Brilliant.
One of them's Alaska, so you know, fair play. But you know, and 2 of them are like proper Bible Belt. I don't really give a fuck.
I might have to change the name of one of them.
Like proper. No bollocks, man. They're proper Trump supporting fucking religious freaks. So you know, I don't give a bollocks.
So they're not gonna buy holy fuck, are they?
I don't care. I mean, you know what? Around Christmas time in Britain, some of my, it's funny because all the addresses that I still post them out. You know what I mean? I still do all of that shit. Hundreds of orders. We've done another 150 orders today. And I still post them all out. And yet I see where they're all going. That's the great thing, you know?
Yeah.
And you see Holy Mother of God and Crossing the Bike going to like religious study centres and schools, religious schools and vicars. And it's amazing, man. You know, get vicars buying my sauce. Even though I'll probably take the piss out of them.
Oh, I love it. They probably bought it for their vicar mates for Christmas. It's probably like, you know, it's like a joke thing as well. But, oh no, good on you, man. Good on you. Right, so
one guy, seriously, listen, one guy, I can't say this one. He I had a competition to give away a holy fuck apron.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, the best whatever wins the apron. And one guy come on and he said, dude, listen, my mum's a vicar. So I'll get her to wear it on her last day. She's retiring next month, so you've won this, mate. You know what I mean? So I sent him the Ribman apron with the holy fuck all over it, and he got his mum, the vicar, to wear it at the church on the last day. I'm crying, man. Fucking hell.
Oh, I love
Properly
it.
funny.
I love it. People, you know, people are brilliant. They really are. There's some crap people in the world, but there's so many good people, and there's so many funny people.
There's more good than there is bad,
there is, but the bad ones just get the most
publicity,
publicity, don't they?
But you know, we get them on Twitter all the time. You know that. You know, we get the trolls. We get people who want to try and have a pop at the people who are trying to be successful or working hard. Or I mean, I had one dickhead the other week trying to give it to me about giving money to charity. I was like, "Fuck you, on you prick." You know, go away from me, man. And yet my followers were brilliant because they all got on his back. Like,
they did. Yeah, I saw that one. I remember. Yeah.
So
yeah,
you know, there are dickheads out there, but you know what? The majority of people out there are awesome. They really are.
Yeah, and also, I mean,
Especially
and even like, I was about to say completely the West. Yeah, the West. I was about to say the West Ham ones. You see even more. You know, with on Facebook or Twitter, if anyone's down or anyone's feeling shit, they all club together. Special group of fans. They really are.
And there's some funny fuckers, man. Seriously, West Ham always made me laugh. Always a sense of humour. Always. So, you know.
Well, it's because we've been hardened, haven't we? As a team, we've never won fuck all, so we have to. Yeah, it's that East End spirit. We got to take the piss out of ourselves. And
get a few good derby wins and a good cup run. We're happy, innit? You know what I mean?
That's it, innit? That's why I'm looking. I love the fact that Spurs are top of the league because they got to come to our manor soon, and we're gonna fuck up. We're gonna.
Oh no, man! The higher they are, the
harder they fall.
And I'll tell you what, they will. Spurs will do a Spursy. They always do.
They always will. They always will.
It's like we're standing. It's like we've all got our thing, right?
Yeah.
Spurs have got that thing. They are. It,
bless them.
We all remember the Champions League final, the first 60 seconds, don't we? You know that, yeah.
And Lasagna Gate. Do you remember Lasagna Gate? Oh, that was the best one.
I still sing it.
Oh, Lasagna Gate. Oh, that was the weirdest game in the world. Man. That was just so weird. That was such a weird day. Brilliant. So West Ham.
I was there. Absolutely brilliant. You know, no one could believe what was going on that day.
No.
It's like everyone thought they knew somebody worked in the kitchen.
Yeah,
My mate works in the kitchen.
Yeah, he's doing lasagnas. Yeah, whatever. We did because we were gonna, because we were at I was at the game and I was told that we might have to cancel the game because of and it was like what? And he goes, oh no, they've got enough players now. They've got a Premier League, so they've got to do it and stuff. I was like, oh, mental. But yeah, good old Spurs. Anyway, Mark, first question. 23 minutes into the interview. Yes. That's quite good. It's quite good for me.
Fuck me, that was quick.
First question. West Ham. Why? Why West Ham, Mark?
Yes.
Why are you a West Ham fan?
I suppose it goes back to when I was really young. I mean, from being able to walk and kick a football.
Yeah.
I was my family, my dad, all my family, uncles, everyone was West Ham.
Yeah.
And then I was taken. It was a Christmas party one year where my uncle's house. I think I was like 7, 8.
Yeah.
It was a Christmas night, and then Christmas party, Boxing Day. We all got up, and my uncle took us to West Ham.
Brilliant.
Blew me away. I mean, we was at the back, behind the goal, right at the back, and I couldn't see shit. And I got surfboard down the front. Seriously, I was like crowd surfed. A 7, 8-year-old kid crowd surfed from the back of West Ham down to the front so I could see the game. That was it. My family. That was it. There was nothing to take me away from that. I felt at home.
Yeah.
Found my home. I mean, that was it for me. That's all it took to be. I felt, loved, hugged. I felt just part of a thing, and that's been ever since.
And the fact that your family, were okay with you going, surfboarding down the front of the thing as well, it shows how much they trust.
It was a different day, man. I mean, what was I? 7, so it was like 1973, 74, maybe.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's a different era. It really was. yeah, that was that was awesome. And then I just knew I was West Ham. I knew I was West Ham.
Yeah.
You know, don't you? You ain't
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm going to choose to follow West Ham.
Nah.
You are West Ham.
Yeah. It's so
You just
true.
are.
No, it is so true. It's so true. And then once you're in,
You
you're
don't
hooked,
choose.
aren't you? And that's it. And you're done.
Yeah, that's it. You can't be anyone else. I mean, back in the day when I was at school, about 11 or 12.
Yeah.
I remember West Ham had a real tough time, really tough time of it, and at the time, I was watching West Brom because it was Cyril Regis, Viv Anderson. Oh my God, they blew me away. They were amazing, you know. So
Yeah.
I know we can't have two teams, but West Brom at that time were my favourite second team because of those players.
Yeah, of course.
I used to religiously watch those players. They were so good, and but you know, get you away from West Ham. You know, some of the players we've seen at West Ham have been just you never see them again, will you? Ever.
Nah. And I think also,
I mean, Bobby Moore died at 51, right? I'm 53, right? And I think Bobby Moore died at 51.
Yeah,
dude,
crazy, isn't it? It's like Papa Boupa Diop. You know, he's 42.
Oh,
he passed,
mate,
didn't he? And it's like
very sad, actually.
Really sad.
Very, very sad.
Really sad.
So long illness. What illness did he have, the guy?
I don't know, but he was ill for a long time because we were talking a while ago. It was horrible. We were talking about coming on and doing a show, but he was so ill, never really worked. He'd just been ill. He's been ill for a long time, and but it just shows you, doesn't it? It puts everything in perspective. Fucking hell, more than anything, to be honest, when that happens. But that's the thing. You're right. We've seen loads of great players, and I think also, you know, the way, and obviously, you know, you've passed your West Ham illness onto your boys as well, and so they're West Ham fans as well. So, you know, they never would have experienced, you know, seeing, you know, players regularly have testimonials and stuff like that. I mean, they've had Mark Noble, but they haven't had Billy Bonds and Alvin Martin and Tony Gale and everyone had a testimonial, it seemed, in like the 80s and stuff like that. So you really had this affection.
I'm one of the lucky West Ham fans. I think. I mean, I grew up in an era where, you know, I was a kid and we watched West Ham Fulham 1976 around my neighbour's house. He had a massive black and white TV, and he brought in this bit of glass and stuck it in front of the screen, and it turned this black and white TV into a colour TV. What? A bit of coloured glass. Like, what the fuck, man?
That's
but mental. We watched that cup final in colour.
Wow.
In colour. So, you know,
you've seen them.
I was 9 in that final.
And you've seen.
I mean, it was only 2 years before that, you know, and I said, you know, the Arsenal final as well, you know. I mean, I lived them 2 finals, and I remember them vividly. Yeah. So, you know, I'm one of them lucky West Ham fans, I feel, anyway.
Definitely. And obviously the 85-86 season as well, and the one before, and the 83-84, we were close as well. You know, it's. You've lived through them all. I
also remember the season that we qualified for Europe when we couldn't go because all British clubs were banned. You remember?
Yeah.
Because that was Heysel, Heysel, wasn't it?
Heysel, yeah.
That was the year we qualified for Europe proper, not through fair play.
Such a West Ham thing, isn't it? It's just so West Ham.
Fair play. What's all that about?
Yeah.
How can you qualify for Europe with a fair play?
Oh, and then we just didn't bother, did we? We played these rubbish teams from Malta and stuff, and just didn't bother playing. You know, it's like, that's the trouble. Try getting to Europe.
I still think it's down to management, ownership. I think they all like playing what they could do, when they wanted to play. It's all about money with the owners, no?
Yeah, it is. I think that's why we'll never win the League Cup, because the League Cup starts in September, really. And for anyone who hasn't got a big squad, so like Man City and Liverpool, and that's about it, they'll always win the cup because they'll be putting out a really good team to play these where we're shit scared. We need to get the points. So
let's be honest, their B teams are better than most Premiership A teams.
Exactly.
So of course, I mean they've got the money, haven't they? They've
got the resource to do it.
They've got the club, not just a squad of the club. What we got? We got. You know, you've only got to look at our training facilities. I mean, I got a tour of our training facilities one day.
Yeah.
And they were properly impressed with it. And I was like, really?
Yeah.
Fucking gym you've got, man. We've got a better gym at the school. You know, it's not, it ain't major.
Yeah.
It ain't, but I suppose it ain't all about that, is it? It's about the players.
Yeah. It's about what you do with it, isn't it? It's not what you got; it's the way that you do it. And I think this year,
maybe they're all too pampered.
I think so. You see some of them when they got like hotels in them and stuff like that, and it's like I don't see nothing wrong with getting someone out. And you know, it's something a bit old school about having, you know, a porter cabin for a changing room and stuff like that. You know, these big time Charlies come down and get
you
used to.
Remember the porter? You still remember the porter? You still remember the porter cabins at Upton Park? Like,
I loved them.
It was there. He walked in on the left, wasn't it?
You're like this.
It was like a fucking toilet, man.
Everything was in a glass cabinet, wasn't it, in front of you? And you'd just squeeze the front, and then you go, right, can I have a look at that sticker?
In it, you couldn't get replica shirts. Remember, there was never like there was a thing on Twitter the other day. Who's your first shirt? What, like, named shirt? I'm like, what? They weren't about when I was a kid. You know what I mean? No.
Yeah.
When I grew up and went to work, there was still not any names on the shirts. So.
No.
But I'm glad there are, because I don't know who they are.
That's like my granddad. My granddad, can rest his soul, would always have his program. He'd been going for like 60 years, but he'd have his program like this. Like, oh, that was a good shot from Sinclair. But no, he basically, his eyesight went so bad.
I love it.
His eyesight was so bad that basically any black player who did anything good was Trevor Sinclair. Could have been Shaka Hislop. Could have been Hislop. And it's like, great, as a only bloody player of the pitch, Trev. And I told him this, and Trev like laughed about it. He's like, oh, it could have been Andy Impey. Could, you know. But it's great. But that's what I love about West Ham. Things like that. It cracked me up. But anyway, let's talk about your 11, Mark, because as you said, we've alluded to it. We're going for it sounds like going for an academy theme, which sounds really cool. So everyone in your 11, I like it.
Well, I say 11. I mean, I think 14. Like something.
We're playing a 6-4.
Not 5-3.
All right, yeah, we'll play something.
Listen, I don't know, right? Because I don't know, right? If I've got a team of like defenders and midfielders and attackers, or I know I've got a goalkeeper, right? And I know I've got a couple of attackers, but I was always taught, right, that if you're a footballer, you play any position. So, you know.
Yeah, tell Mikel Antonio that. Yeah, exactly.
You've got a team, innit?
That's it. Tell Sebastian Haller that. Yeah. So we'll just play. We'll just name. Okay, we'll start off in goal. Who's in goal then, Mark?
In goal, it's got to be Mervyn Day.
Mervyn Day.
Nice. Day. He was a legend. I mean, yeah, I would have picked. I could have picked others. You know, I could have picked Phil Parks. Could have picked Ludo, but they didn't come through the academy.
No.
Mervyn Day came through the academy.
Yeah.
So for me, it's Mervyn Day all day.
I like it.
So
Mervyn Day all day.
Mervyn Day all day. That's his name.
Brilliant. That's it. That should have been his T-shirt. And obviously, Merv came back as assistant manager exactly. And he came back assistant manager with Curbs, didn't he? So, old Merv did for a while when the Great Escape, wasn't he? Him and Curbs.
He did, yeah. Wow.
God bless him. Right. Okay. So we'll put him in. He's in a position. That's fine. Right. Now for the rest, we'll just go. We'll just go down the list. So who's next then? So who's your next player? So we've got Mervyn Day. Who's next? Don't worry about positions, right. Mark. Just go for it, man.
All right. Well, I'm obviously going to go right. and I can say that I've seen him play.
Yeah.
Because his last season was 73-74 West Ham. And I still remember, right, when I watched that Fulham Cup final, when he walked out for Fulham, right, I still remember the feeling of my whole house going, oh, it was like, no, it was wrong. It was watching Bobby Moore coming out for Fulham. It was like, oh no. You know I don't really remember seeing him play for West Ham because I was only 6.
But you saw him.
I do. And I do remember that feeling of him coming out for Fulham, and it was horrible. So, yeah, no, Bobby Moore. And, you know, how can you not have an all-time West Ham 11 without Bobby Moore? You know what I mean? So,
no, it's true. It is true. And, yeah, I mean, it's great because we've interviewed...
And, like I say, dying at 51, fuck me.
Mental, innit? But because we've interviewed loads of experienced fans, as I call them, a lot of them saw Bobby, and we've obviously interviewed a few players who played with Bobby as well. It's been lovely hearing like their personal stories of him, of like they've met him, or you know, someone might have been in the park, and it might be a little kid, and he was in the park, and he met Bobby, and he tied his shoelaces up and stuff. You know, all these little stories, and it's nice. And we had Matt Lorenzo on, who's done. Have you met him?
Met him too. I mean, the thing is, right? That's the great thing about the players. They were like us. They were one of us.
Yes.
You know, you hear stories of them like being in a calf, talking to fans before a game, whatever. But when we were kids growing up playing football, our awards at the end of the season, one season, they were presented by Bobby Moore.
Wow.
He just came to the thing last, and he came and he presented us with our awards. He was like,
wow.
In this day and age, you would never ever get that.
No.
Ever.
No.
And he was a hero, absolute hero. And it was like, what an inspiration to kids, man. You know, we don't get that enough these days. If Declan Rice was to turn up at a school or a football place, just like if he came to Hackney Wick, for example, right, and gave out the awards at the end of the year, what an inspiration. But will he? No, because he's told not to.
Yeah. It's a shame because he probably would do, wouldn't he?
So, you know, probably more anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Right, we'll put Moro in. Who's next? Who's next then, Mark? Yeah. Who we got next?
Absolute legend for me anyway. Alvin Martin. I thought,
Mr. Martin. Yeah.
Wow. I loved him. I loved him as a player. I loved him. I loved how he spoke. I loved him. I loved everything about him. You know, if you was going to model your game on someone with passion, it'd be him. You know, it would be him, definitely. And because he came from the academy. I mean, the only other guy for me with that kind of passion was Julian Dix, but he didn't come from the academy.
No, I like.
Put him in.
No.
A few I could put in. I could put in Willie Bonds. You know, I've been a few, but for me, this is all about the academy. So
I love it. Yeah,
Alvin Martin, definitely. 100%.
Yeah. No, definitely. And he's one of these sort of adopted Cockneys, isn't he? I mean, he came down from Scousland, 16 or whatever, and still lives in Ormchurch.
I love listening to that. I just love listening to him talk. I do.
Yeah. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. You think the accent might have dropped a little bit now. He must be, he's got to be almost 70 now, really, doesn't he? But still there, isn't it? Even more so.
Makes me feel even older, man. Jeez.
Well, when Phil Parkes was 70 during lockdown 1.0, wasn't he? Old Parksy was. So crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
I wanted to put him in goal as well, but obviously he's only my goalkeeper.
No,
and he didn't
I like it
either. But you know, what a gentleman.
Yeah, top man. And his family are lovely as well. Maria's lovely, and
I mean, I at West Ham, I sit with his daughter.
we sit with Marie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good. We've had her on.
So, you know, she's fantastic. I
love Marie. When she picked her 11, it was all based on players that she fancied. And so a few of them were like...
That does not surprise me at all, man. I'm going to watch that one.
She had Freddie Ljungberg in there.
Oh, mate, really?
Because, he was a good-looking lad, weren't he? Let's be honest. There was a couple of dodgy ones. There was a couple of dodgy ones in there, though. She did have some dodgy ones in there, because obviously Phil was really good mates with Ray, and she fancied Ray a little bit, and I was like, Tonka.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. Oh, it's like, okay. It's good. I'll send you the link afterwards, Mark. You can watch it rather than having to sift through them all. But yeah. All right. So we got Bob, we got Moro, we got our who's next? Who's the next player?
Tony Cottee.
TC. Top man.
All day. Tony Cottee. He was poacher supreme for me. You know, if there was anyone who knew where to be in a box, it was him. No.
Yeah, definitely. Top man. Lovely bloke.
And
Massive West Ham fan.
You know, wow. Tony Cottee. I always thought he came from Everton, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
proper
there
fan.
weren't many players like him, to be honest.
No.
I mean, at that time, you know, even Frank McAvenny, mate.
Yeah.
You know, oh my God.
But even now, you know, yeah.
Some of the players
now.
that come through our academy, even now.
No, but say even now, you know, TC. You said there's not a lot of players like TC. There's not a lot of players like TC now. That sort of poacher in the box. No one's got a poacher in the box now.
I think for me, well, the last player I think is like him. I'll tell you in a minute because he's on my list. But
okay,
you know, yeah, there ain't been many players like him.
No.
I don't think so. Who actually, you know, you think,
yeah.
What? He was there. He should never have been where he was.
Yeah.
But he was there and he scored the goal from there.
Brilliant, man.
No one would go into that space. That was a good striker. He
Yeah.
would find the space that no one else would think where the ball was going to go. And it's like almost the ball was getting past to him.
Yeah.
And it was an easy goal. And people, it was a tap-in. It might have been a tap-in, but he found that space.
Yeah. Definitely.
And he was great. He was great.
Yeah.
So,
he's a great,
totally.
Great guy. Right, okay, who's next then? So we've got Dave Moro, Alvin, Cottee. Who's next?
Georgie Parris.
Georgie Parris. Great shout.
Yes, mate. I love watching that guy growing up. He stood for something as well. That was the other thing for him, for me, anyway. He was big, strong, and he just stood for something and deeper than football, you know. He definitely in my team all day long.
Yeah,
loved him.
You would you'd always be he was one of those players that you would rely on in it. You put him wherever position, and he'd do it.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I like about it as well. You know, I hate players. That's why I said before. You know, my boys' coach. You know, they say to them, you know, we don't want players coming to this team who say, I'm a left back, I'm a centre midfield, I'm a right back, I'm a striker.
Yeah.
No. You play where you're told, right, at the start, and you learn every position.
Yeah.
If you can play in any position, you're a footballer.
Yeah.
That's
it's so
it.
true.
You're a footballer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who wants someone who can just kick a ball out of defence, who can just do the throw on because they're a winger? No, play everywhere, man. Learn the game. That's what makes you a footballer, a good footballer anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
You can play
totally
anywhere.
Agree. Yeah, totally agree. Okay. So put Georgie Parris in. Right. Who's next? Player 6, I think now.
Clyde Best.
Clyde Best. Oh, this is a good team.
These two, mate, I tell you, yeah. I mean, if you want strength, right? Yeah, we got it. Ain't no one getting through there.
No.
It's just immense, no? I mean, I wish we had them kind of players today. We don't really get them players anymore.
No, you don't.
I mean, the closest I can think of, Ben, is not even, and he's Michael Antonio. He's like, he's a beast, and he got bigger when he came back from injury. You know,
definitely.
I think in his time away, he worked in the gym a lot, and he came back massive, didn't he? He really did. So I love Mike Antonio, mate. I tell you, he's an absolute baller for me. But he's not a true striker. He's just he's great. I love him. But Clyde Best for me, like that big, strong, absolute machine.
Yeah,
machine. I love him. Yeah.
I think it was Jackie Hughes when I interviewed her. She said when she watched Clive, she put Clive Best in her team, I think, and when she watched Clive Best play.
Oh, really?
You could hear him coming about 5 minutes before he arrived because his feet it just almost like when a horse gallops. It was that loud.
Yeah.
Top guy.
Quality.
Yeah.
And
No,
that's
it's
the
brilliant,
thing
man.
about Zapata, was it? It was so close to the pitch.
Yeah, you could hear it all. Yeah,
you could hear them coming.
yeah. Well, at the moment, I tell you, at the moment, I can hear everything at London Stadium. I heard it all kick off yesterday with John Terry and our sports psychologist on the touchline. Had a right 2-8
Oh,
yesterday.
really?
Yeah, Terry called him out.
Wow.
Terry said, "Right, in the tunnel, we have a fight." And he's a new guy, the sports psychologist, Dave something. He just turned around and went, "Yeah, any day, mate, any day." And Kevin Nolan was getting involved as well, and Dean Smith was getting, we could hear it because obviously, especially all the journos as well. All the journos are right there, so it's all kicking off. It was so funny, all about Jack Grealish. It was all kicking off.
Oh, I'd love to see Terry get
It's so funny.
On the nose from someone, seriously.
But, yeah.
If there's anyone in football who deserves a punch on the nose, it's John Terry.
Especially because
the man.
Well, yeah. And obviously that was the same day when obviously Anton's documentary came out at that same time, wasn't it? When the game was kicked off as well, which is all about JT as well, wasn't it? On BBC. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, he's probably got the ump, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's probably got the ump. He's probably got loads of hate on Twitter and stuff because of that. So okay, right, we'll put Mr. Best in. John Terry. Allegedly. Right, okay, so we got Day. Right, what did you do? Next one, moving on. Who's next?
Joe Cole.
There we go. Joey Cole.
I love the boy. Loved him. He was one of them, we're absolutely devastated when he leaves.
Yeah.
Oh, what could have been? But yeah, love Joe Cole.
Yeah,
he was
what could have been
special for me.
Special, yeah. He was.
When someone who's not that big can be that good.
Yeah.
For me,
true.
He's like a little Messi, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like a little Messi. He was awesome. I loved him. I'd have him in my team every day of the week.
Yeah.
And he loved West Ham. I mean,
yeah.
I know he's Chelsea boy, but he loved West Ham at the time.
Yeah. Well, his family still.
So I'd have Joe Cole in my team.
Mm. Definitely.
And moving on my next one, right? And you think it'd be his mate, Frank Lampard, but it's Frank Lampard Senior.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, good shout.
Frank Lampard Senior over Frank Lampard Junior any day of the week.
Yeah.
Any day.
Too right.
Week, honestly.
Too right.
And that's it. He was just, I don't know. He had more about him. He was stronger, physical. He was more. I think
he played more games
Junior's
as well.
Pussy in that respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see how many games he played? Over 400, I think.
I think over 600. I'll be honest. I think. Yeah. He's right there, and I think I think it's a tragedy.
Gee.
Have a look now so we can do it. I think it's a tragedy.
Senior for me, and I love watching him play.
Yeah.
He was the old school. I mean, I grew up in the days with Frank Lampard Senior, and my favourite players at that time were people like him and Joe Jordan, and big strong players.
Yeah.
You kind of, it was proper football.
Yeah.
It was back in the day when we played. If we got injured, we didn't. We got up. You didn't lay on the floor. You didn't.
Yeah.
No, I'm not injured. Get up and you run it off. That was the big.
Oh, he's gone. He'll be back in. He'll be back. I was getting it. I think Mark got a bit too excited then. He'll be back in a minute. Oh dear. Hope everyone's safe and well. I'm sure Mark will be back in. He got so excited then. I don't know what happened, but hopefully, because I want to see what he said about Frank Lampard Senior, who played. Here he goes. He's back in. Here he goes. He's back in. Here he goes. Here he is. He's coming. He's coming back in. He obviously got so excited. He got so excited about Frank Lampard Senior. That was the trouble.
Ran off.
But yeah, Frank Lampard Senior played 670 games. I think he made 670 appearances.
Wow.
I think he's only Billy Bonds has played more. I think. But yeah, top guy.
Well, there you go. I mean,
there you go.
You don't get to that level without being that level. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Great man.
As much as we'll, give it to Frankie Jr. and Fat Boy, whatever.
Yeah.
He done whatever he did for us. He was a great player, but for me, he wasn't a patch on his old man. He really wasn't.
No.
His old man was something special. With that passion, that drive. That was the West Ham way for us, no? That's how we grew up.
Definitely.
It was that we would talk that if you didn't want the ball, if you didn't chase the ball, or look for the ball, or call for the ball, it means you didn't want the ball.
Yeah.
So you got taken off, and someone got put on who wanted to play. You know what I mean? So that was how we grew up, and for me, Frank Lampard Senior, that was him. That was him. He wanted it. Wherever he was on the pitch, he wanted that ball. And, that was for me how we grew up, and that's how it should be.
Definitely.
If you're on the pitch, you should want the ball all the time.
Yeah, definitely.
To defend it or distribute it, whatever. It's your ball. Put your name on it.
Definitely.
Kind of Frank Lampard Senior for me. So,
of course.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I just think he doesn't get the credit that he deserves nowadays.
No, he doesn't.
Because of his son.
I think a lot of it these days because of the boy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I don't think it rolls downhill, but sometimes it rolls uphill. So
yeah. That's a good one. Sometimes it runs uphill. Gonna keep that one. That's been banged. That's gonna be a t-shirt. Right. All right. We'll put Lampard Senior in. Who's next? I think we've got 3 more. Who's next, mate?
3 more, man. See, Rio Ferdinand, didn't it?
Rio. Rolls Royce.
I mean, he's got to be one of the best defenders we've ever produced. Ever.
Oh, without doubt.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. I mean, the boy's distribution, the control, the composure. He was a joy to watch for a defender, man. Sometimes you forgot he was a defender. He was that composed on the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rio. Another player gutted when he left.
Yeah.
There's not many of those. There's a few, but when you're really gutted, he was one of them. Yeah. Definitely. He was the man, and he proved it later on.
He did. And you talk about players being able to play in any position. As you said, he could play in any position. He's that good. You know what I mean? He could play centre back, but he could play midfield. I think he played midfield. I think he came on as a right wing back or right back to start with.
Did he not play striker one day? Did he not
probably
play striker one day?
He could have. It was like.
He said he did for, I don't know, but.
Well, do you remember we used to do it quite a lot with him? It was like Ian Pearce used to play up front quite a bit, I remember. And when we needed a striker, I'm sure Rio probably they threw him up for the last 20 minutes when we losing to Stockport in the FA Cup. I was like, that's the type of thing they do in it. Although we do have Stockport this round in the FA Cup, so that's good, isn't it? The Ian Dowie derby. Yeah. Although Canvey Island Millwall, though. Canvey Island Millwall.
That would be fucking hilarious, man.
That's going to be.
Oh,
could you imagine?
So oh my God.
all the boys coming out of retirement down by the river, down by the estuary. But all right, we'll put Rio in. Who's next then, Mark?
Fucking hell, he's a gold mine still own, is it? Remember the gold mine? Fucking hell, that was a club.
I remember we used to pay £5 at Canvey Island to go on the fairgrounds. It was like all the fairground rides, wasn't it? You paid like £4 or £5 for a wristband, and I don't know if it's still there.
Get a whole day out, yeah.
Yeah, for a £5 bargain. All right, who's next? We got Rio. Who's next? We die. We get distracted as always in these things. Oh, he's gone again. What is going on with Rib? He's too busy with the ribs. He's too busy delivering all his ribs and all his sauces. We've got 2 more players as well. We have 2 more players, and I need to find these last 2 players, Mark. So don't be silly.
We've got 2 more.
2 more.
Right, gonna have to go for Michael Carrick. Actually.
Michael Carrick, yeah. Class.
I mean, he was at West Ham. He was very underrated.
Definitely.
He was rated, but he proved how, like, another player that proved how good he was once he left West Ham. But oh my God, you know, he was the midfield version of Rio Ferdinand in my eyes. He, like, for that kind of composure on the ball, that awareness, you know, the vision, you know, he was fantastic. And
he is, and he was one of those players that. But obviously, but when he left us, we never replaced him. When he left Tottenham, we never replaced him. When he left Man United, they could never replace him. And it's like one of those players you don't who's like integral to a team, but never the first on the team sheet. You know what I mean? It's like he
was that good. He was that good. You never knew he was on a pitch.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah. Exactly.
He controlled the game. I mean, he literally controlled the game. If he controlled the game to how, you know, it should be, West Ham always did well when he had a good game.
Yeah. Definitely.
So did Man United. So,
you know, and the other ones,
Anyway. He was great. He was a great player.
He was, it was fantastic. Right, okay, so Carrick's in. We've got one more spot, Mark. One more, mate. One more.
This is really hard, man, because I've got two, and obviously, but I'm not going to give it to Declan, right? Because I'm not. I'm going to give it to Jermaine Defoe.
Ooh.
I know.
Jermaine.
And when he first left West Ham, I was on that kind of brigade where, motherfucker, you know? I hated him. I really did. I mean, as in, really putting in a transfer request when we get fucking relegated?
Yeah.
You know, I was one of them. I hated him with a passion. But you know what? As you get older, you realise what a player was.
Yeah.
And he was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And he's still got it to a certain extent. You know what I mean? That man, I've never seen anyone find, like we were saying before, like with Tony
TC,
he's that kind of player, no?
Yeah.
He knew where to be and get there before anyone. He would, you know, his reaction to the ball, to where it would drop, everything. Amazing.
Yeah.
And I think most of my hatred at the time by him leaving was the fact, not because he put a transfer request in, which it was, but it was more because he was leaving. And I kind of owned up to that to myself, you know, as I got older. It was, you know, I was absolutely furious that he was leaving us. And especially where he was going.
Yeah, exactly. Especially where he went.
That hurt a lot. A lot. But we're talking about great players, no? And he was
definitely. And it's funny because like someone like Defoe, as you said, like he went, you know, he went and where, like, you know, you spoke about Declan Rice, and obviously in the summer we were sort of pushing him out the door. The fans were good luck to you, good luck. You know, you need to go to a better club. You better. Oh, he's got a. I think he's doing it on purpose because he likes to extend the show a bit. But he's doing it. He's doing it on purpose now.
I'm not.
Anyway, I'm joking. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. But with Declan Rice, we were like pushing him out the door, almost. You know, to Chelsea. Go on, good luck to you. You know, you need to go to. But it's like with Defoe, it's like, and like with Scott Parker and people like that. It's funny, you know, when you look at people later on, and you go, actually, you know, with Scott Parker leaving, he left to go to Tottenham, but he left in the right way, didn't he? Really, he carried on playing for us, really, in the Championship, and you know, he had England aspirations and stuff. And Defoe was just. Go on, you carry on, mate. You were saying.
No. That's what I'm saying. I think we lose sight of why we're angry. You know, I mean, upset. Really, I think we're more upset than angry that, you know, one of these players is leaving us.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. No? I mean, you know, I think what hurts us now is the fact that when like, you know, the new regime took over. You know, we was promised that we're not a selling club anymore, and then they go sell Grady, and it's like, fuck, man, seriously, what are we doing? What are we?
I love it. As soon as he gets into the stride, I don't know what's going on, but I understand what he was saying. But my response was kind of
Must be that time of night, you know, for this
Be
fucking
done soon.
Kennedy.
Don't worry, we'll be done soon. But
Sorry.
but you were saying about that, and I totally agree. But obviously, you know, you've gone through like Joe Cole, Carrick, Rio.
Yeah.
We sold them as well, didn't we?
We did.
When they were kids, so nothing's changed.
Nothing's
changed, has it?
And
So
that's the thing. But we promised that it has.
yeah.
But has it?
But Grady, I mean, yeah. After that
Apparently he
first
wanted to
game,
go. 'Cause
yeah.
Is it not true that he wanted to go because he couldn't get guaranteed first team?
Yeah,
football?
possibly. I think that's what happened. But apparently, but who knows? You know, and he hasn't
I mean,
really, apart from that first
you know,
game.
If that's the case,
Yeah.
if that's the case, then fuck him. I'm sorry. No one should be going. No one.
No.
No. Why should anyone be guaranteed first team football?
No. Yeah. Totally.
It don't
Even
work
if
like that. You
yeah, I mean,
play, right? When you get picked, when you work hard in training, when you make good games and you're playing well. If you're not on form, why should you get picked because it's in your contract?
Totally.
Fuck yourself. Seriously. That's not right.
Yeah. No.
So no. If that's the case, then you know, I was angry at the time. So,
Yeah, I think we all were.
We don't know the rules, all the facts.
We don't know, do we?
But
we don't know.
And
also, I mean, don't forget, we sent him on loan last year because he wasn't getting to the first team. And he played well in the league below us.
Yeah.
And he came up,
Yep.
played the right pre-season, sold him. You know, whatever he's up to 20 million or something like that. He's come up to whatever. He played well the first game he played for West Brom this season, and then he hasn't really dug up many trees since then. So who, you know, it's all.
He's done nothing.
No. So and we got 20 million for him. So it's what it is, isn't it?
When you see him in pre-season, did you not think when you see him in pre-season that wow, he might be the guy to link the player, you know?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He was, but
then again, he was. Yeah, but then he was playing against. You got to look who he was playing against. You know, the games we were playing against, and those good ones were Championship players he was playing against. Was against Brentford, was against Bournemouth. So anyway, it's that's football, and it's all about opinions, and that's why we love it because everyone has an opinion.
Well, we love it, damn it.
That's why we love it. Everyone's got a fucking opinion, don't they? Mark, man, before your internet goes again, thank you so much, man. It's been lovely chatting to you. Literally an hour's flown by. Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, it's really,
yeah, and obviously everyone check out, you know, the ribman.co.uk. Get your sources in. He's a busy man, and make sure, you know, and hopefully be down Brick Lane soon, mate. Hopefully get back to Brick Lane and stuff.
Yeah, I'll be back down there. We're looking to get Brick Lane really. Once COVID is calmed down after Christmas, I think, you know, we've been waiting because I didn't really want to be responsible for bringing loads of people to Brick Lane.
No, of course.
It's money, but what's more important, you know what I mean? So, we're doing it right line.
Good.
But we want to get back to Brick Lane because I love Brick Lane. I love West Ham. I love you know, I love the banter. I love the people.
Yeah.
But everyone's had it hard, you know what I mean? So
yeah, exactly.
It's just a case of getting on and getting through it, you know? And hopefully we get through the other side together. Yeah. All of us. So.
Indeed, man. But thank you so much. And obviously, thanks everyone for watching as well. Like, share, subscribe, wherever you're watching or listening to.
Well, thank you.
And take care, everyone. Stay safe. From me and Mark, wash those hands. Come in your irons, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.